Hi guys, welcome to Mathathon. So today we are going to start a new series for our primary 5 students. Okay, so fraction is a very important topic. It has a lot of weightage in our PSLE examination. Okay, so do not neglect this topic, and it is interlinked with many other topics such as whole numbers, decimal, percentage, and ratio. All right, we are going to start off with easy topics first, and gradually we are going to move on to slightly more difficult questions. Let's jump into it right now. Okay, the very first question that we have right here, you can see on the screen, is fraction multiplication. I will assume that fraction subtraction, fraction addition are pretty straightforward, so I'm not going to go through it right here. If you really need help, do leave in the comment below and I will come up with a video on it. So let's just start with a fraction multiplication first. We have 2 out of 3 multiplied with 5 out of 6. The very easy way of doing is to just basically use numerator and multiply numerator, denominator to multiply denominator. So there are two methods to do this question, okay? I'll show you the first method, which is the easiest method. You don't really need to think too much, just apply the method and I'm sure you'll get your answer correct. So like I said earlier, multiply numerator with numerator and denominator with denominators. I am going to multiply 2 and 5, I will get 10, and 3 and 6 together, I will get 18. Is this the end of the answer? No, I will need to simplify my final answer, okay? And here I will get 5 out of 9. Can I simplify anything more? No, I can't. So this will be my final answer. What is the other method that I was talking about? Cancel diagonally. If you see 2 and 6, right now I'm going to divide numerator with the denominator of the second fraction here. What do you notice here is that I can only cancel diagonally or I can cancel vertically. Why I did not cancel vertically is because there is no common multiple between the vertical numbers. Alright, the only thing that I can cancel in this particular set of fraction is just 2 and 6. This is why I got 1 out 1 and 3 over here. Simplify the answer, you will get 1 times 5 and 3 times 3, which is 9. So in both scenarios, you will get the same answer. Moving on to the next question. It is actually the same thing here. We have 3 out of 8 multiplied by 2,400. So 2,400 is a whole number, but what you need to do is basically, you can apply the both method, okay? Let's just apply the first method. 2,400 is the same as 2,400 out of 1. Now I'm just going to multiply numerator with numerator, denominator with denominator. Let us know denominator first. It's a lot easier. 8 times 1 is just 8. And what is 3 multiplied by 2,400? Either you can just use 24 multiplied by 3 or you can just write down everything. We all know that 0 times 3 is just 0. 0 times 3, 0. 4 times 3, 12. 2 times 3, I'll get 6 plus 1, 7,200, okay? And now I got this. Is this the end of the answer? No, I got to simplify again. So you can choose your own way of simplification. You can either, just divide by 2 all the way and see if you can simplify any more. Then I realize, oh, I can simplify again. I can simplify by 4 immediately. Okay, because I know that there is 6 divided by 4, I will get 9. So 3,600 divided by 4, I will get 900. Okay. And my answer will just be 900 because 900 out of 1 is the same as 900. Then next, what about the other method that I was talking about? In fact, you can cancel diagonally. So you can cancel 2,400 and 8. I'll do it the long way for you. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 2,400 divided by 2 is 1,200. So now I know 1,200 divided by 4, I will just get 300 because 12 divided by 4 is just 3. So 1,200 divided by 4, I will get 300. Now I have nothing left for my denominator. I will just go on to multiply my numerator and I will get 900. In both methods, I get the same answer. So now the next question that we have here is on equivalent fraction. Nothing difficult. We just got to make sure that we multiply them equivalently. So here, you notice, 9 to 12, I do not have a number that I can multiply immediately to get to 12. What I will do is to reduce 9 out of 24 first and see what is the lowest term that I can get. In fact, I'm going to divide by 3, top and bottom, and I will get 3 out of 8. Now, since all are equivalent fraction, I can just use 3 out of 8 and see how I can multiply to get 12 out of a number. Class, from 3 to 12, what must you multiply? Multiply by 4. Likewise, for denominator, you must also multiply by 4, okay? So multiply by 4, you will get 32. Now, this will just be your final answer. Very simple. Answer will be 32. As long as it's equivalent fraction, make sure if you can multiply them, you must multiply them top and bottom, numerator and denominator. So if you have come across this kind of question where you cannot just straight away multiply by a same whole number, what you need to do is to just make it into the lowest form first, then you enlarge it by multiplying by the same number. Ask yourself what you need to multiply to get to 12, okay? That's all. Okay, now we have this question. How many 6 are there in 3 whole 1 out of 3? Guys, this is a very common exam question. You got to know how to do. Once you know how to do for once, you will know how to do for all the time, okay? Do remember how to do it. I can't emphasize anything more. Alright, okay. So here, very simple. What is 6? What is 6? It just means a fraction that has a denominator of 6. Denominator of 6. Now what you need to do is to make whatever fraction that they give you into a denominator 6. Okay, let me maybe just write it down for you. Make the denominator 6 into 6. Alright, so now I have, what do I have? 3 whole, 1 out of 3, correct? What I will do is to make it into improper fraction first. So here is a very good recap for you if you do not know till now how to convert whole number to improper fraction. What I'm going to do is to use the whole number multiplied by denominator plus numerator. I'll write in words for you. The whole number multiply by denominator plus, okay, I do not have space right here, okay, very bad handwriting, plus numerator out of denominator. So denominator doesn't change. What you need to remember is just how to find the equivalent numerator. Okay, so whole number times denominator plus numerator. So 3 times 3, I get 9. Plus 1, 10. Okay, so that's how I got my answer. Okay, so I plug it in for you. 3 times 3, I get 9 plus 1. Now I got 10 out of 3. Guys, this is just a recap on how to convert mixed number to improper fraction. Okay, I won't do this all the time. So please remember how to convert. Like I said earlier, for this kind of question, whatever they are looking for, in this case, they're looking for 6, make the denominator into 6. So currently it's 3, right? I'm going to make it into 6. So how do I make it into 6? Multiply top and bottom by 2 to make it denominator 6. 10 times 2, I get 20. And now, done. I've solved the question. The answer will just be, oh no, this color is bad. Okay, the answer will just be 20. It will just be the whatever the number in the numerator after you convert. Understand? So it will just be 20 as your final answer. PSLE and even prelim, major exams still like to test this. Make sure you know how to do this question. Alright? Guys, now we have this question. Arrange the following fractions from the smallest to the largest. This is the very typical exam standard question. I can't promise that it will come out for exam, but it's not difficult. If you do not know how to do, please watch till the end of this video. What is the first step that you should be doing is to make them the same denominator. Of course, there are various other ways to do it. with good mathematical calculation, you can do it in very short method. But here, what I'm going through with you is to use a more straightforward method, and also to make sure that you know how to do when a similar question is posted to you during exam. Now, what I will do is, in this particular question, I will actually look out for the common multiple among the denominator. So 4, 6, and 9, all these numbers are not overly large, okay? It's not too big. So the common multiple is not too difficult to find. It's actually just 36, correct? 36 can be divided by 4, 6, and 9. So what I'm going to do now is to make 36 the common denominator. One by one, I'm going to change them into the same denominator. Times 9 times 9, I will get 45 out of 36. Okay, now I'm going to times 6 to make it 36. Whole number stays first. If there's a need, I will make it into improper later. You have a choice to actually make them into improper right away. Lastly, for the last fraction, I will times 4 to give me 40 out of 36. Now I'm going to actually make this into improper. Otherwise, it will be difficult for me to do the comparison. I will actually get 36 plus 6 out of 36. Why is it 36 times 6? Because 1 times 36 is 36. Then remember how we convert into improper from our last video just now? 36 plus 6, okay? I will get 42. So this is how we convert into improper fraction, okay? Okay, guys, now it's very simple already. You're just going to compare the following fractions. Which one is the smallest? This is the smallest, followed by this, and this is the largest, okay? So again, just nice, this is an MCQ question. You can just pick accordingly. But if it is a section B question, you got to write back the original fraction. Do not write the convert equivalent fraction, okay? Write back the original fraction that the question gave you. So now, what will be the smallest? 10 out of 9, followed by 1 out of 6, followed by 5 out of 4. Answer will be option number 3. Done. Okay, guys, now we are on our last question of this particular episode. I will read this kind of question easy to medium range. It's not too difficult, okay? But it's kind of like a power sum standard. What you need to do is to know how to map the denominator and numerator correctly. And I can promise you, you will be able to see a significant improvement in your grade. Do the mapping correctly. How are we going to map? Just by reading carefully and accurately. Okay, let us zoom into the question. 5 out of 8 of the class are girls. Denominator is 8. Denominator is always referring to the word, whatever the word is after the word of. So the class. So now what I know is that the number of units for the class is 8. Okay, very straightforward. Next, 5 out of 8 of the class are girls. Numerator will be talking about what the subject is about. So in this sentence, the subject is talking about girls. 5 units will be referring to girls. Next, let's do the mapping together one more time. 1 out of 3 of the boys do not wear spectacles. So now let us do the mapping again. 3 units will be referring to the boys, and 1 unit will be referring to the boys who do not wear specs. Bear in mind, okay? Lastly, what fraction of the class are boys who do not wear spectacles? Okay, so again, let us read carefully. Which one will be the denominator after the word of? So the class will be the denominator. And what will be the numerator? Boys who wear spectacles, because that's the subject. Remember, class, denominator is always referring to whatever the object is after the word of in the sentence. And numerator will be referring to the subject of the sentence. Okay, now let us write down what the question basically wants. The question wants a fraction that gives boys, number of boys, okay, who wear spectacles, okay, out of the total number of people in the class. Very straightforward. Okay, so now let us zoom into the question. I have 8 units in the class. Out of these 8, I have 5 units of them being girls. So which means the rest are boys. Now, if you notice, they said, what did they say? 3 units of boys. You are very lucky in this question that you do not have to change anything. You don't have to cut. Why? Because this fraction here is 3 and in your model is also 3 for boys. Correct? So here will be boys. I have 8 units of people in the class, 5 units referring to girls, 3 units referring to boys, and just nice, the remaining is 3 units who are boys. Now, I can just use this fraction. 1 unit do not wear spectacles. Let me just label 1 unit of them, okay, do not wear. If 1 unit of them do not wear, it means the other 2 units will have to, they wear spectacles. They wear. Now, I have the answer already. What's the answer? I'm interested in boys who wear spectacles, 2 units. And what is the total strength in the class? I have 8 units. So answer will just be 2 units out of 8 units. And I have to simplify my final answer. I'll get 1 out of 4. Easy. Just draw the model. You can see the model very clearly and you can get the final answer. Okay, that's all for this episode. So please help to share, like, and follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and even subscribe to our YouTube channel. Okay, I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.